Welcome to the Puzzle Network. This is a record of a daily tactical training sessions. A notebook we are writing together, page by page. It consists of solving puzzles, pattern recognition drills, depending on the mood of the moment. Today, we open page 1, reviewing some checkmate patterns on Chessable. Here, I'm reviewing some of the checkmate patterns, some of the puzzles I am quite familiar with, puzzles that I have practiced before. Therefore, you can see that I am a little bit faster with solving the puzzles, because often I spend much more time with new puzzles, but these are not new for me. In my opinion, checkmate patterns are extremely important to master. This is obvious, of course, but for us beginners, intermediates, to be good in checkmate patterns might be one of the most important skills, because most of the time the game is not going to be turned into highly technical endgame, but rather either a rapid fire middle game storm or blundering mate in 1 or 2, either this side or the other side. So to be quite familiar with the checkmate patterns is extremely helpful as I see it. Here I ran out of time. I just brain fogged. The pattern didn't come to my mind immediately, and I wasn't calculating at all. I don't check the solution, because if I don't succeed in solving the puzzle correctly, I cover the screen with my hand or look away, because Chessable forces the player to see the right solution, and I do not like that. Usually I find the right solution right away after that. It's a kind of a trigger, especially if you see the first move of the solution. It's just a done deal. So all of these puzzles I'm not really calculating. This is not a calculation practice session, it's a pattern recognition. I suppose that checkmate patterns is all about pattern recognition. Of course, it's not likely going to happen exactly the way it is. Here we are practicing the patterns, not the exact positions. So, of course, calculations needed in a real life game. For example, this puzzle in itself, I didn't guess it right the first time I got to see it. I learned the pattern afterwards by trial and error, the same as this one. Puzzles with queen sacrifice is counterintuitive for beginners and intermediates. It feels like we are holding on to the material more even than the king itself. Of course, that's not what we intend, but this is how we feel. For us beginners, material holds supreme importance. Look how this one looks counterintuitive to take a pawn and sacrifice the queen, but the power of the bishops and the knight supporting the bishop shows how checkmate patterns works. How to get familiar with seeing the board, the adjacent squares to the king. I think some call them the royal squares, and how the king move. The king is extremely illusory piece. In the middle of the heat, even a small obvious one move made looks invisible, like the previous puzzle. Covering the royal squares, controlling them. It's all about restricting the king with the checkmate patterns. Thank you. This was page 1 of the puzzle notebook. I have enjoyed sharing it with you. See you in the next one. Bye bye.